Yo, what is going on, everybody? And welcome back to the After the Whistle podcast. I am your host, Owen Tomko. And today we'll be doing a little bit of a different video. We'll be doing a little bit of film study on Zach Wilson, quarterback out of BYU, against Coastal Carolina, who was arguably his best competition of the year. This was a game in late November, I believe. Both teams were undefeated at the time, BYU being 13 and Coastal Carolina at 18. I'm just going to go over and say some good things, say some bad things. I'm not a genius by any means of the imagination because I play quarterback and I still suck. So, yeah, but I'm going to do my best. So, I guess we're just going to start out with it. Don't really necessarily need to hear the first part or see any of the highlights. So, just going to skip that, go straight to the game. That's on the first play of the game, and they go down and get a busted play for a touchdown, actually, but it gets called back due to holding. That was not terrible, but they brought it back due to holding. So, next play here, let's just watch it. You see, that's a throw that it's quick. I mean, he's not even really pressured. I mean, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys blitzing. You have actually, he kind of is pressured. He's got one guy coming off the edge unblocked. It looks like the guard and the tackle are double teaming this tackle, which isn't a good idea. And then they brought the linebacker blitz. But this is a throw. I mean, he did have a guy in his face, but this is a throw you can't miss. I mean, he's wide open. The corner is like 5, 6 yards off him. So if you complete that, that's an easy first down. So I don't know. I just got to step into that throw and trust your arm, get it there. That's a great play. Rewind that. Little speed option type play here. Fakes the pitch, gets the read man to bite on the pitch, and takes off, showing a little bit of that athleticism on 3rd and 8. Gets some good blocking downfield from his receivers, but then this thing right here lowers his shoulder, lowers his head right into that defender's stomach. Don't necessarily like that because you could get severely hurt doing that. But that's a great play by him. Watch this. Great fake right there. And look at that gap. There is nobody there. Sorry. Look at that gap. There is nobody there. Getting blocked from the tackle there, and there's nobody within 5 yards of him. I mean, that's a great play call on 3rd and 8. As for here, great avoiding the pressure. But, I mean, I get why he underthrew this ball. He's pressured here, avoids it. Avoids the first guy. Then here comes the second guy coming to get him. Doesn't really have room to step into this throw and throws it short. I mean, if he stepped into that throw, it's probably a completed pass, but that's a great way of avoiding the sack there. A little bit of miscommunication here. My guess is the running back supposed to go to his left, go play action fake to his left, and then roll out. But he's pressured here, gets out of it. This is the play I don't like in that right there. Like, that isn't necessary. I get you're trying to extend the play, but here you just got to throw this ball away. Because look what you do here. This ball is pitched, shoveled. He catches it, 2, 4, 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There's a defender here, and he just flicks it at him. And watch, that ball bounces in the air and almost gets picked off here. So, I mean, I just don't like that play. That's not really a smart play. I would have just either taken the sack or thrown it away there. I just don't think it was necessarily the smartest play. Because, I mean, it was going to be a negative play anyway, and then let alone it bounced off the running back's hands and almost right into the defender's hands, which is not very good. That's a recipe for disaster. So I just don't like that decision-making, really. He does make some good decisions throughout this game, but that wasn't one of them. Great read, great pump. Tucks it down and gets out of bounds. That's a great play. I mean, he sees the defensive end. He's reading that guy on what looks like a read option or RPO here. Sees he sits, and he probably should have handed this ball off. Looking at it, I mean, you had the 2 linebackers crashing. The outside linebacker looks like it's going to get blocked by the tight end here. This is an RPO with him running a slant. Defensive end gets in the throwing lane, pumps, gets him up in the air, and then takes off. Showing a little bit more of that athleticism out there to get the first down at the end of the first. Down 6. So now it's started second quarter. Great read there. Defensive end comes down and a dart, like a dart, over the middle here. Great read, crashes down, good pull, and then throws an absolute dime right to number 2 across the middle of the field for a first down. Start the second quarter. I mean, that's a great throw. That's a throw that you got to be able to make. Tried to set up the double pass there. For some reason, it didn't work. I think that's a setup play for later in the game where they throw it back to Zach Wilson. But they run it, and it looks like it's a double pass, but doesn't get there. Don't necessarily like the play call in 2nd and 3, but, it is what it is. There it is. There's the double pass right there. This is 4th and 1. So that's a great throw. Not really pressured here. Has all the time. And steps into it, makes a great throw. The receiver should have caught that ball. That just is, it hits him right in the chest. That's about as simple of a catch as ever. Yes, he's going down with the defender trailing him. That's a ball you got to catch there. So now you have 1st and 10, 3:53 left on their own 5-yard line, down 6 here. So that's not an easy throw. That's an out route. That's a 5-10 yard out route from the right hash to the far guy, to the furthest guy. Look at how far. Look at how he steps into this throw and gets it there. He just puts it right on his chest. Puts it right on the sideline. That's a long throw. That's a throw that if he underthrows it even a little bit, that ball's picked off, and Coastal Carolina gets an easy touchdown there. Quick read right there. Way to get it out. Sees the linebacker. Sees this linebacker drop, but he drops with the tight end just a little bit. Moves towards the tight end just a little bit. And then that opens up that curl lane. Sees the corners off, so that's an easy read for him. Just kind of checks it down. Gets about 5 on 1st and 10. That's not a bad play call there. Here, RPO. Same thing, pretty much. Just throws it right. That's a long throw to a stationary target. But gets it there. And his playmaker gets about 6. 3 after the catch. Now it's 2nd and 5, 2 minutes left. Let's see, kind of runs. Here we go again. Runs this pitch. This time they don't block 2 guys. Or they bring the linebacker, actually. They block 2 guys. Does the same thing. Fakes it. Fakes that pitch, if you can tell a little bit. He just kind of slightly flicked that ball. Got both of their hips turned towards the running back. And then takes off for, I don't know how many. That's probably 15, 20 yards right there. That's a great play, great athleticism by Zach Wilson there. That's one of the things that he is very good at. Is getting outside the pocket and running. But once again, another long, deep out route. He makes a great throw, and I don't know what Coastal Carolina's defense is doing there. They just decide not to tackle him. Makes the throw, gets pushed, thinks he's out of bounds, and he just goes pretty much untouched after that one guy and scores. So, that's a great throw. That's a very, very tough throw. Steps into it, brings the elbow, shoots the hip, gets outside, and playmaker makes a play late in the first half. And I don't think they roll him out of bounds here, so I think they score. Yeah. Oh, I think they did. They did rule it. No, they didn't. They got the ball back. So they got the ball back with 38 seconds left. Looks like a screen pass. I don't know what's going on here. I think it's a screen pass here because it looks like the running back kind of just sits, but the defensive end does a great job, sits with the running back. That's not a bad play by Zach Wilson there, but then this thing right here just fumbles the football out of nowhere. This is late in the second half, no timeouts, and you just straight up fumble the football. You're running, it just slips out of your hand. I don't know how that happens. Probably didn't need a roll out there. I don't think he was getting pressured. Yeah, he really wasn't pressured here. So, I mean, he probably could have stayed in the pocket for a little bit longer. I mean, they're blitzing 3 or 4. They see the linebackers going with the running back is what it looks like. And he just gets out of the pocket immediately. Doesn't really, but then throws an absolute bullet right across the middle. It looks like on his, like a search dig. It's a term we use. But that's a great throw. That's on the run, cross-body pretty much, and throws an absolute dime at the end of the first half. They don't have any timeouts here, so you're going to have to bomb it. Has time, and then pisses his pants here. I mean, he's got time. He's got to step up here. Step up early. Because, look, pocket's forming around, and you know this guy's getting outside. I mean, he can't see him. He's not looking at him, so he doesn't know. But right tackle holds him for some time, and then he just kind of instinctually gets the ball out here and avoids a sack. But I'm guessing he wanted to get that ball out earlier to another route that wasn't open, but then tries to hit the tight end underneath and short hops him with 7 seconds left in the half. Not terrible. I mean, once again, that's an unbelievable throw. I mean, he throws completely cross-body here. Like, he's even with that receiver right now. He throws that back across his body, hooks it, and throws an absolute dime. Now you got 7 seconds left in the half. Once again, here, I don't understand what he's trying to do here. He's got to sit in the pocket. I mean, yes, you have 7 seconds left. You're trying to go deep here. But they're blitzing 3. You got to stay in the pocket. Like, if you stay in the pocket here, I don't know why they decided to let the running back block this defensive end. But if he stays in the pocket here, he easily has probably a couple more seconds and let that play develop. Instead, he rolls out, makes a great play on that defensive end. Just steps right by him, rolls out, and then steps right by him. Gets heavy on that left foot. Plants, gets right by him, and throws it as far as he can into the end zone. Unfortunately, the ball is picked at the end of the half, but that's just kind of a play you're going to expect from a Hail Mary. You either expect it to be caught by your team, incomplete, or intercepted, especially when there's like 6 guys. So he was not very good in the first half, actually, compared to what he normally has. He was 6 of 13 for 107, 1 touchdown, that late interception that arguably, which probably wasn't going to happen if you didn't chuck it deep. But then, like right there, it's just he's great at some points, but he's sometimes very inconsistent. Like, this is the first play of the second half. 1st and 10, looks like they bring 4. Nobody, and I mean nobody, is in his face or anything right now. And he is up on that front toe. If you can't tell, there's a little bit of separation between his heel and the ground. So he's up on that toe. That leg is fully extended. You can tell he's up on his back toe too. That release point, that's way, way, way over his head. He's sailing this ball. He's wide open. He just can't happen. He just sails him right there. Like, that's a throw you got to make. Mind you, it is the short side of the field, and you have a lineman in your face. I don't know if that was the issue why he tried to go high with that ball, but I don't know, man. He's got to make those throws, and he's got to probably not just immediately rely on his check down. He had time. He's got to let these crossing routes develop. One of them gets open here, whether it's 2 or 83. One of them crosses somewhere. They drop it. They drop 7 into coverage, and they're running completely underneath them. Like, get it to your playmakers and let them make plays. I mean, honestly. Once again, great read. Probably should have handed this ball off here. Kind of goes down. Kind of stays put. This defensive end at the top of your screen. Pretty similar to one of the first ones. He really, and then just pulls and makes a great athletic play. The defensive end takes a pretty good angle, runs him out of bounds, and then gets flagged for a late hit, which is completely BS. not touched. He was hardly touched there, and they throw a flag for late hit out of bounds, which is weak. But that's just me. He was hardly touched, but that's great athleticism again. That's one of his big things coming into this draft. Is he's a great athlete, and he's got a cannon for an arm. Play action again, and throws it. He throws an absolute missile across the middle of the field. Rolls out right, steps up, shoots the hip, hits him right in the hands, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is anywhere near him. Nobody. I mean, look at that. One guy within 10 yards, no guy to the right of your screen, no guy to the left of your screen. I mean, nobody's there. That's a great throw, great read. You got to make that throw. And then that one kind of uses all arm here. RPO, sees the linebacker come down just a couple steps and throws that all arm. He sidearms this ball in here. Which I don't know if the linebacker was in that throwing lane, but didn't get much on it, as you can tell. That ball just kind of floated to him. Luckily, it wasn't picked. It was caught. He used all arm. Here, another zone read. Defensive end stays. So you probably should be given this ball, unless it's an RPO. But he decides to pull, tries to make a play, and does it. He does too many moves laterally. He takes that little chatter step, then plants, spins. He's got to get either upfield and outside of this guy. He's got to take this outside. He's got to take that straight for this first down marker here. And I don't think that defensive end's catching up to him, but he decides to try and make a play and runs right into a brick wall. On 2nd and 4, by the way, up 1. Not necessarily the greatest choice. And then quarterback draw on 3rd and 5. Don't know what the play call was here. I don't necessarily like it in the red zone, especially up 1. If you're trying to score here, you're either throwing that swing or you're running something else. But look, he easily, and I don't mean easily. I mean, nothing's ever easy, but he could have taken that ball towards that first down marker again. He just doesn't see it, tries to get inside. Blocks hold up pretty steadily until he gets to like the 15-yard line. Then he sheds his block. The tight end he gets shed his block, and then this defensive end and everybody's block by that time is already done. So they're all holding their blocks, and then they all go free and get tackled. So he's either got to take this outside, which I think would have been the better option because he got a little chip from that tight end or that running back, or he should have cut this left and taken it outside of this number 66 guy, outside of this block guy who held his block, 69, who held his block the whole time. So I don't know. That's just me nitpicking a little bit, but get a field goal out of it and go up 1 again. Has all the time in the world and puts. I mean, this ball is perfectly thrown. Set up, a little bit of play action. I think the running back goes the wrong way again. But sits has all day. Like he's sitting back there for a good 3 seconds, then throws this ball deep, puts the right amount of touch on it. Arguably could have been pass interference because the defender did not look at him at all. But that's a great throw. Like that ball goes 60 yards in the air, 65 yards in the air from where he throws this ball, I think. Or that's another throw. Ooh, what throw is this? Is this the next one? Yeah. So where are they? He's on, they do call pass interference actually. So he's on the 15. He throws this ball to the 20-yard line. He throws this ball 65 yards in the air, I think, if my math's correct. But that's a cannon. Like, he's got an arm if he steps into his throws. If he doesn't rely all on his arm. Runs play action, pulls, great play around, and makes a great move on this defensive end. Steps up, gets around. I don't know what I get where he's trying to go with this ball because he's wide open, nobody within 10 yards of him. But I think this running back's going to come free. Yeah, this running back comes free here. So if he were to take this step up and head to the right here, step up and then head outside towards the sideline, he may have been able to check down to his running back here. But I get where he's trying to make a play, just doesn't have any room to step into this throw. Just throws it off his front foot, jumps pretty much, and just tries to jump past this ball and get it in there. If he had a clean pocket and could step into that throw, it's a completed ball. But I would have probably then runs this option again, and this time Coastal Carolina's defense was ready for it. Defensive end plays both guys and has to let Zach Wilson make an option here. And by the time he makes his decision, linebacker tackle comes over and makes the play to force 3rd down and 6, 3rd down and 8. All day. And I mean, like, there's no reason this ball. I mean, he has all day. They're 3-man rushing. Gets a guy in his face a little bit, but that's a throw you got to hit him right in the chest. I mean, he throws this ball low. Doesn't really have any room to step into the throw, so that's why it goes low. But he's got to make that throw, like, hit him right in the chest. Yeah, and receiver makes a great play and makes the catch. Once again, I don't know what the rest of the play is. He probably has, I don't know if you can see this guy on the far left of your screen, just kind of on the edge of your screen here. But he's wide open. He's open, and he pisses his pants here and steps up, gets away from the pressure that comes off his right side. Steps up, kind of panics, and then sidearm throws this to his running back. I mean, he completes the catch here, completes the throw, but he probably had other guys if he was looking at him. Play action, has a guy in his face, and just gets dropped. I mean, he really didn't have any time on this. They bring an all-out blitz on play action, and he doesn't have anybody to throw. Nobody gets open here. It's a long developing play. They're trying to take a shot here on 2nd and 8. And they bring a blitz, and he has nowhere to go with his football. So he just eats it and takes a big sack on 2nd and 8. So now it's 3rd and 20. I don't know if they got a holding call or what on it, or they just lost that many yards. 3rd and 20, you decide to run tunnel screen, kind of run that fake, option. I mean, they're only blitzing 3, so really they have 8 guys in coverage to sniff this screen out, and they do. No really good blocks, but I don't like the play call on 3rd and 20. You're running tunnel screen on 3rd and 20 from midfield, so it's not necessarily the. And then this is the play that started a fight between the two teams. Through a pick, and he gets completely blocked. And then that play got called for roughing the passer. Didn't really like that one, but. So now they're down, 11 minutes left, 2nd and 7. Once again, kind of sidearms this throw. Look, he's pretty much flat-footed here. And sidearms that doesn't even step into this throw, but has the arm strength to get it there, hit him right in the chest, turn up for a 1st down. But then you have again. I mean, that's a great throw. That's a great throw. You just got to come up with that ball. Yes, there's a guy on him, but it hits him right in the hands. No excuse for that. Makes a great throw. Steps into this throw. He steps into it, brings his hip, throws an absolute missile, hits him right in the hands. Got to catch that ball, 1st and 10. But, great read. I mean, he's looking at him the whole time. He knows he's going there. Got him. Catch the ball. Hit you right in the chest, hit you right in the hands, catch the ball. But that's another great throw. I mean, he's made some great throws in this game. Great decisions, but some not so good decisions either. I don't know what this guy's doing here. Yeah, I don't know what this running back's doing here. Because now you lost 10 yards. But my guess is this is another RPO because they love RPOs for some reason. Yep, our zone read, RPO, whatever you want to call it. Wants to hit 83 here, but 8 gets in the throwing lane, so decides not to. Great decision. Gets outside, throws it to his running back. I mean, if he goes down there, that's a a 2-yard gain. Instead, he runs back and loses 15 to make it 3rd and 25, 3rd and 30. He loses 20 yards on that. So now they bring 8, steps up, gets over him. I don't know if nobody got open here. I mean, it's a long developing play. He has practically all day before this guy gets – he has all day. He's just got to step up and not pee his pants on 3rd and 30. And then jumps over the guy. Shows a little bit more of that athleticism. And then you have the ad. I mean, that's the play. I don't know if anybody was open. I don't think anybody was because he would have thrown it. But he had time if somebody could get open. It's like Notre Dame's receivers really doesn't get open much. Don't have many playmakers get open. But 3rd and 30, I mean, you can't really ask him to do much. I mean, this ball, he's got to hit him right in the chest. I mean, he has all day. I mean, nobody's within 5-10 yards of him. And then look, doesn't set his feet, just kind of shuffles. Look at this shuffle, throws, doesn't even shoot his hip, doesn't step into the throw, and throws it behind him. I mean, let him make a play. He turns that upfield, gets maybe like 4 or 5 instead of 3. I guess they turn the ball over, maybe fumbles after that. Great play, great read. I think there's a hold on this play, though. Once again, I mean, really, that guy gets free here. I think that's a hold right there. But gets free, gets out, nobody gets open, way to read the field, finds his running back out of the backfield here. Nobody covers him. So throws it, gets open. It's a good gain of 8. But I think there is holding. Yep. There's holding. So it kind of dampers their plans a little bit with 43 seconds left. Instead of a gain of 8, they lose 9. No timeouts, by the way. Once again, dude, don't know how I feel about that. I don't know what he's seeing here and why he's getting so afraid of this 3-man blitz. I mean, they rushed 3 for goodness sake. The tight end doesn't block anybody, mind you. So that doesn't help. But, yeah, I mean, he doesn't block anybody, so he's forced out of the pocket and then just gets rid of it because nobody's open. So, I mean, not really much you can do there. BYU's offensive line is having trouble with this 3-man blitz all day. I don't know why. Drops back, has 83, I think. Wow. Throws an interesting ball, steps into it, makes a throw, and throws it into coverage. And his receiver makes a play. Clock stops. Now you got to go down and spike the ball here. Look at that. Steps into his throw. Comes out a little bit wobbly, but then gets hit. And then gain of I don't know how many, 30 something. So now you got to go down and spike. And didn't spike it. And you just got up on the ball. They're going to run a play. Hold. I mean, honestly here, the offensive line is not very good at BYU here. I mean, you got 2 guys blitzing one on 3 guys. 1 gets open, 2 gets open. I mean, they stunt, get open, force him out of the pocket again, and once again makes a short, good throw to his running back. Running back goes and makes a play, gets out of bounds, stops the clock, gets the first down. So nothing more you can ask for there. Don't have any timeouts again, so really you throw it over the middle of the field, you got to get a first down. Steps into it, makes a great throw. That's what he's got to do. That's what he had to do a lot of the other times. Just stand in the pocket and throw. But makes a good throw there. He's got to get up and spike the ball here. 9 seconds left. Spikes it. Now you got 7 seconds. So you got one play over the middle, maybe get up and spike the ball. And I think that's what they try and do here. Throws an out route, gains 10. Doesn't really step into his throw. Again, kind of just flutters up there. I mean, he knows that he sees he's wide open, makes a good out route throw, and now they're in the 18-yard line with 3 seconds left. So now you got to go to the end zone here. No timeouts. Looks like Coastal's bringing pressure here. 4-man blitz with a spy, so 5. Goes right over the middle and gets stopped on the goal line. It's a great throw. Steps into this ball, which he's having trouble, which he hadn't really been doing all game. Steps up, steps into his throw, throws an absolute missile right over the middle, but throws it right into 4 Coastal Carolina defenders. And Coastal Carolina does hold on and win this game, 22-27. As you can see, his stats right there, 19 of 30 for 241, touchdown, 1 interception. Not necessarily the greatest day from him, and not necessarily the greatest fundamental day for him. I think some strengths to his game is his athleticism. He's really fast, really smart, good athlete, can get outside and can run the football. But he relies too much on his arm, doesn't step into his throws much. And hopefully at the next level, he'll have a decent offensive line, better than BYU's, and that doesn't have trouble with 3-man pressure, because then he could just sit in the pocket all day. But some of the things he's got to work on, step into his throws. Who am I to say what he's got to work on? But he's stepping into his throws in this game. Really didn't do much of that, and try and stay in the pocket as long as you can. He had a pretty good game. Even though they came up short, defense kept him in the game, but couldn't do much on offense. So, I think he's projected to be the 3rd quarterback off the board. Lawrence, Fields, and Wilson, I think. Then Lance and somebody else, I think, is the other guy. Maybe it's just those 4. But so he's looking maybe going to mid-first round to early first round, depending on who's picking up there and who needs a quarterback. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. It's kind of a different video, really different for me because I really haven't done anything like this before in film study and stuff like that. So I'm kind of new to it as well. But hope you guys like the video. I'm going to try and do more on different guys. If you guys have any suggestions on any quarterbacks or any players you want me to go look at, and I'll do my best and go find film on them and do a little bit of scouting on them. But that's gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate the support as always, and hope you guys like this type of video, because expect more coming into draft day, which is in April. So you still got to get through the NFL playoffs and college football national championship on Monday, but start early, right? You never know what's going to happen in this day and age. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.